everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Pauletta, go by Miss Lettaboo, obviously, and I am now documenting my VSG surgery journey. Today I'm going to go over my actual process during surgery day, what I did to prep, and then by the time I got home. Before surgery, I could not eat up to 8 hours before surgery. I could not drink any water until 4 hours before surgery. And then at 4 a.m., which was 2 hours before surgery, I had to drink the carbohydrate drink. I'm not quite sure what its purpose is. If you know, comment down below, like, what's the purpose of that pre-surgery carbohydrate shaker drink or whatever? Like, what does it do? What's it for? Let me know if you know. I mean, I could Google it, but why? Just comment below. My check-in was at 6 a.m., so we ended up going there about a couple minutes early. So when I got into, like, it's called like admitting. So I got into the admitting place. We signed into a kiosk, like just putting my name and my medical record number, and we sat in the lobby. We did not sit there long. There was like 2 other people before me when I got there. They got called in, and then I'd see them get called to a side room, and then I'd see them like walk out and never come back. So I was like, okay, like, what are we here for? Like, what's the process right here? What are we doing? So when I got called back, it was just asking, like, hey, like, what are you here for? It's just confirming, like, I know what I'm there for, like, what surgery I'm having. And then my name, my medical record number. I end up signing off, like, if I'm unable to make any decisions about life circumstances, who has to say. Also, who was my ride, which was my friend that I had with me there at Lizzie. Gave her contact information, and I also paid my copay, which was $45, not much really. After that, I end up walking out, going around to another lobby, where you actually like see like this TV screen where you're seeing like other people who are like impatient or waiting for things. And so that's where like the major waiting room, if someone decided to wait in the lobby or wait for you to finish your surgery, they'd wait in that room. And then we were there not that long either. Like, things were going pretty fast. We were there for a little bit, and then they ended up calling me back. I said bye to my friend, and then I went back to like the triage area. I don't know the actual terminology, but it's literally just like a bunch of beds, a main like nurse's desk, and like I don't even have like my own physical room. You've seen like in the previous video for my surgery that I was more like in a closed off curtain type room, because my surgery, I did not have to stay overnight. I'm there just for, surgery, recovery, and I go home, and like real recovery happens at home. I know if you're having the gastric bypass surgery, I think you stay in the hospital 1 to 2 days, but for the gastric sleeve, you're in and out. So when I enter like the triage room with the nurse that I had, I get on the scale. I want to mention, like, okay, I didn't do it often, but I've messed up my starting weight of surgery day once. So in my day 3 pre-op video, I put 316 pounds, but I was 313 pounds. I did put it in my notes so I can continuously go back so I do not make this error again. And my weight stats will always be linked down below in each VSG video if you ever want to look back at that as well. So my starter weight was 313 pounds, not 316, 313. And I am 5'11", I'm 33 years old, just in case if that's get asked sometime down the road. So I get my weight checked, and then I go into like this little locker room that has like 3 restrooms attached. That's where I get handed my socks, the gown, a hair cap, and a urine cup. For every woman, you have to do a urine test to confirm that you're not pregnant. So I ended up getting my gown on. The first gown she gave me was too small. Like, I had a whole butt cheek hanging out. So she ended up giving me another gown, which was like super huge, but I'd accept that over than my butt cheek hanging out walking across. So after that, she ended up putting my stuff in a locker, and it had like my name and my medical ID number on there. And I also, they also put the same sticker that was on my locker on my phone, because that's the only thing I brought back with me. So after that, I end up walking to my little curtain cubicle bed. I lay down. Again, the nurse just goes over my name, my date of birth, my medical record number. Do I know what I'm there for? They continue to like ask that. I think each person I talk to, I think they just do it so I fully like I'm mentally prepared for the situation. Because if I gave them the wrong answer, they're like, "Are you okay?" type thing. Maybe I'm not quite sure, but I got asked that question. Like, do I know what I'm here for? Like, do I know what surgery I'm having? Each person I talked to throughout that morning asked that same question. So I don't know what happened if I gave them the wrong answer, but I knew what I was there for. I was mentally ready to get this thing going. So throughout the waiting time, I'm pretty much chit-chatting with my nurse, Danielle. She was so sweet. A lot of people come in and check in with me. I met with my surgeon again. He just checked in to see how I'm doing. Am I ready for this? Do I have any questions? I had no questions. I've been waiting for this for the last 2 years, even more. And I had no questions. So I was like, when are we going, boss? So what are we getting back there? So I met with my surgeon. I met with his counterpart. I cannot remember her name, but she was super sweet too. And then after that, I met with an anesthesiologist. Her name was Polly. She was so sweet. She's like, "Oh, it's like Polly and Pauletta." I was like, "I know, right?" But it was cute. She's like super nice old lady. Like no, like through the whole time I was there, like meeting with everyone, I just got nothing but positive vibes. Like it was just a breath of fresh air. Like I wasn't nervous. I was excited. I was ready. Everything was just going good for me. So once I kind of talked to everybody, my nurse ended up giving me my IV. She ended up going over like what my day is going to consist of. I was not back there too long, because again I checked in at 6 a.m. and I was actually the surgeon's first surgery for the day, which was scheduled for 8 a.m. So just think like things were like moving quick, like butter, smooth like butter. By the way, I won't have butter for a while, will I? Anyways, I keep looking down at my notes because I'm always off topic sometimes, and I just want to bring myself back and get to the program, you know? So when the time was near, it was about 7:45, 7:50, I'm not quite sure. My nurse ended up prepping my stomach again using those wipes that I had to use the night before surgery on my stomach. Let that dry. My anesthesiologist came in again, and that's when they kind of like blew up this mattress I was like laying on top of. They blew it up, and then like just scooted me over to another bed. And then only thing I remember is just like, okay, like we're gonna give you some more medication. And like I remember looking over in my IV and then just putting something in there, and I don't know if I actually remember being like wheeled towards the direction of like getting surgery, or if that's like a mental memory when I had my thyroid surgery. I don't know. I just remember like, oh, okay, yeah, you're putting it in there, boom, like, and I woke up out of surgery. So I don't know if that's just like a past memory, or do I remember getting wheeled at least a little bit from where I was. I'm not sure. So waking up from anesthesia, it's just like a cloud and like cloudy, foggy, and you're just like, yo, like don't talk to me. I just want to go back to sleep. Of course I didn't say that, because I know like in my head I know I need to wake up. I need to start, doing whatever they're asking me to do. But it was hard to just stay awake, honestly. I was told my surgery pretty much took the regular time frame was up to an hour. They did end up finding a hernia that they had to repair, which was kind of, I didn't know what a hernia felt like, but I knew sometimes like I had something wrong in here. So like I used to like lean over, like if I leaned over to tie my shoe, I'd feel something like a bubble of something, kind of like get into like my chest cavity area, and then slowly go back down once I stand up. And come to find out, that was my hernia. I used to just always jokingly say to my son's dad, like, they never put my organs back in order after my C-section. Like, they just messed up my organs. Like, I always said that. But that's what it was. It was a hernia. I don't know how long I actually had it. I never noticed it until after I was pregnant with my son. But I had a hernia repair. So that was interesting to find out. One thing I also actually found out was that I actually had a bacterial stomach infection. I cannot pronounce the name, but I'll put it like right here. So yeah, that was interesting to find out I'm also just so very grateful that I did decide to get this surgery, because I would never found out about my hernia getting it fixed, and I would never found out about a stomach infection that could have led to so many other complications in life, you know? So like literally this was meant to be for me at the end of the day. It was meant to be for me. Anyways, so yeah, like waking up off the anesthesia was a cloud. So at some point, she started kind of like waking me like, hey, like it's time to like sip on some water. So I had, I don't have any laying around me anymore because I'm not doing it. But you know, like little medicine cups. I was just sipping out of those. I can't even tell you how often she was telling me to sip. But I believe I was supposed to drink 2 ounces within an hour. So that was pretty much my main prep before I can go home, is to finish 2 ounces in an hour. So she'd wake me up, I'd go back to sleep. I'd go back to sleep. She'll try to keep waking me up, and I keep trying to wake myself up, but it's just so hard, right? So she'd go off, tip, tap, tap, whatever she's doing here, go help other people. Like, I can hear her from a distance, like, helping other people, but, like, I was gone. I was out of there. So in the middle of, like, you know, trying to stay up and sip water, like, the only pain that I actually felt after surgery was gas pains. And those gas pains, they're not even, okay, take it back. It's not pain, it's just very uncomfortable. It's just uncomfortable. You can't get comfortable. So like you're in the little hospital bed, just like, oh, moaning, turning this way, turning that way, you know, but you just can't get comfortable because you just got these these bubbles in your body. Like it was like in my shoulder, in the back of my shoulder, and like my lower back. It was just bothering me so much, and there was nothing I could do about it besides they say you can walk. But like I was still so dazed that I really couldn't get up to walk yet. So after sipping water for however long period of time, I had to go pee like so bad. She was like, are you able to stay awake? I was like, I don't have a catheter in, so like I have to go pee. I can't pee on myself. So she's like, you have to stay up, don't fall asleep for 1 minute, and we can go to the bathroom. I'm like, say less. I was just like, don't go to sleep. But I ended up getting up with no problem. I didn't feel any pains besides like the gas pains in my body. Went to the bathroom just fine, came back, super easy. And that's also one thing they do want to check off, is you actually using the restroom. So I checked that off the list. After just moving around, like I did end up like, you know, feeling things shift around in my body. I was able to get down the water needed. She ended up setting a timer on her phone. Like every minute I had to take a sip, just so within that hour frame I was able to get my ounces in so I could actually go home. She's like, you have to get it in now. You have to just keep staying awake. I'm going to set my alarm. You're going to have to wake up and drink so you can go home. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. So it was about 5-ish. So mind you, I actually got admitted at 6 a.m. And so 5 p.m., I finished off my water within the time frame I needed. I called my friend, let her know that I was ready, and she ended up picking up my prescription. Thank you. She's the best. She ended up picking up my prescription, and then I got wheeled on out of there and sent home. So that was surgery day, and it was an easy, smooth day for me. Like, it was exactly what I expected for the most part. There were no surprises, and it was just smooth, and I am just so grateful that it went the way it did. Again, I am just so grateful that I had it. Of course, I went into the getting this surgery just, you know, better myself, better my life, you know, just have a more thriving life for myself and my son. But coming to find out, like, I had a hernia, I had a stomach infection. I have a stomach infection. I got prescribed 3 different medications to get that cleared out. But like, it was literally meant to be. Like, it just baffles my mind the more I think about it. But that was my surgery day. And if you do know me, if you do know I was your subscribe, you're gonna see this shirt probably in like another video, like right after this, because when I got the tripod up and when I'm in like motion of making videos, I just do it. So they may come out spread out, but yeah. Or do I just change my shirt? Alright, I'll change my shirt. Thought I was gone. I'm not. Thank you all so much for my new subscribers. Thank you guys all for the support you guys are giving me in my comments. I try my best to respond to everybody in a timely manner. Like, you guys are just making this so easy, and I'm liking to see like everyone talking with each other as well in the comments, finding other surgery date buddies. Like, that's the best thing there. I still talk to the girl that had surgery right after me. We talk like every day. Every day we used to talk. Just like I just check on her, she checks on me. It's a beautiful thing to find someone you can relate to, or someone who understands what you're going through, especially at the same exact time, you know? So I just appreciate all you guys for subscribing to me or sticking around if you're a new subscriber and following every journey that I bring to this channel. Your girl's on a move, isn't she? But I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. If you ever want to talk to me directly off of comments, you can message me on my Instagram, which is Miss Lettaboo. And I'm not really active on TikTok, but I peek at it a little bit more than I did before. And my TikTok is It's Miss Lettaboo. So if you ever just want to message me privately, not on actual comments on YouTube, you can reach out to me that way, and I will for sure respond to you and help you out with anything I can try to help you out with, any questions, or just mental support, because I'm here for you. All right. Love you guys so much.